Hello, everybody. Episode 7. We have made it this far. Damian Gerry universe.
Hola.
Haha. So, obviously, we have made it to episode 7. How do you feel?
7.
How do you feel that we've been able to make it this far?
Well, we're lucky to be here.
I'm
lucky to be here.
I'm lucky to be here. I'm lucky to be here because you. Honestly, I'm lucky to be here because of you.
Oh, I'm lucky because of you.
You know the reason why for me personally.
Why?
Is because it takes two to tango.
Yeah.
And it's just like a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
And being that you're one of my best friends.
Yeah.
Which knuckles on that. You know. And it's a really big deal for me personally because whenever you start a project with somebody, mm-hmm. and they don't follow through and keep things going very, I guess you could say, very consistent, if you will. That's like literally the number one success breaker for anybody and everybody.
Any business,
yeah, it doesn't matter. Like it's like communication.
Very much so.
Absolutely, just like communication.
And I mean, if I couldn't do this, I would let you know.
I know. But even then,
yeah.
You've been in Mexico,
yeah.
And even with because the
Christmas break and stuff,
right?
Yeah, family,
right.
Vacation.
We had like a week and a half off.
Yeah, and it felt like forever.
It really.
And I did miss it though. I really did miss our conversations. It
really did feel like forever.
It felt like forever.
For me personally,
this is like a job for me. Like I gotta go do my podcast, man.
But see, the even bigger thing is and you don't know this because you don't see this side that I see.
I don't see the behind the scenes.
Yeah, well,
I mean,
obviously you're behind the scenes because we have to make all because we have to do
put the makeup on and stuff. Yeah,
and a think tank and like figure out what content we're gonna bring out off camera and everything. But like when we have people that are literally like my mother-in-law.
Mm-hmm.
My brother-in-law's fiance, shit. There's so many people that are literally over social media still saying,
oh, about our podcast.
Yeah,
feedback
absolutely.
And stuff like that.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Good
absolutely.
Feedback.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well,
it's
even
really cool.
if you guys don't like me or us, too fucking bad.
I mean, just don't watch our shit.
Sorry.
That's it. For sure.
But people who are watching us,
thank you.
We love you.
Because you support us, and we love y'all for it, and we love helping. And if y'all ever have any questions, we would love for y'all to go ahead and comment down below.
Yeah, anything you want to talk about that you personally want us to talk about, because, I mean, we're here for you guys mostly. I mean...
No, you're right. Yeah, you're absolutely right. I mean, what we do is we're being able to... tell our side of things, of our own experiences, and
related to you guys.
Yeah, and related to you guys, and how our mindsets are about certain things, and hopefully, it's able to help y'all, and it helps us too because we get to talk through things. It makes sense in our minds, even off camera. We're like, man, we actually like the last episode, episode 6 and 5.
Yeah.
Because they were really cool episodes.
They were awesome.
I thought they were. First impression.
I enjoyed it so much. It was so funny to meet Cannon for the first time, and dude, out of nowhere, this guy, genius, but so funny. Mm-hmm. I didn't know. He's like a comedian. He in his heart, in his own personality, he wants to be a comedian so bad. And I love it because I'm like that way too. So it was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it because he was out there. He was
definitely
throwing curveballs left and right, and he was taking over from you, dude.
Yeah, I know.
He wanted to be the host. That's what we
want.
But
that's the thing is that's the type of guest that and that's what
I want too. I want him to take this show away.
Yeah, I mean that's why we bring guests on.
Yeah,
I mean,
especially kind of type of guest.
Exactly, like somebody that is very talkative, somebody that doesn't
knowledgeable,
but not even like that.
Too.
But okay, so whenever you guys get in front of a camera, it's one of those things that a lot of people really do get camera shy.
Yeah.
And it's okay. So
It's happened before.
do you remember whenever our pre-episode?
Yeah, dude, I think it's so easy just to have a conversation, but then the camera and the...
Our first pre-episode. The first pre-episode. Remember that?
Yeah.
I obviously did not like that one. But even... And I'm not even going to bring it up. But you already know what I'm talking about. But the I would say our first episode.
Yeah.
For episode 1.
Yeah.
I feel like you have come a long way in front of the camera since our first episode.
Well, first of all, because I don't want to fuck up. That's first.
And that's the thing is that y'all are able to see that we are not
Actors?
No. It's not like that we're not actors, but we're obviously very real and coming at you guys.
We're not lying.
Yeah.
This is our true self.
Yeah, literally. But the thing is that also, nothing is edited. Like, we don't edit anything. All I'm doing, like, all I do is edit the first to start and then end, and that's really all I do. Everything else is not edited at all.
Just raw, baby.
Yeah, it's just raw, absolutely fucking raw, and that in my eyes, that's the way that it should be.
Yeah, the best content is always a raw content.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Guaranteed.
For sure. I mean, it gets you the more genuineness. It gets the more, or the genuineness out of the people, out of us especially. Those are big deals that you want to be able to have. And, if you don't have that, then obviously it comes off like you're a fucking fake, and you don't want to be a fake at all. There's no reason for it.
I mean, and we're not worried about what we say if incorrectly or not. It's just what we had to talk about. Hopefully hits somebody in the right spot where it can change their life.
Absolutely. And that's a big thing is that, about our channel, Damian Gerry Universe, it's coming from both of our perspectives overall, and the guests we have on the show, it allows for obviously everybody, all of you, our viewers and supporters, to be able to really understand who it is that we are friends with, people that for y'all to be able to understand and get to know even better, and they can state their own truth as well, coming from the horse's mouth, if you will, which is a very big deal to be able to do in general, to be able to have, because it's like this. If I were to tell you everything about Kenneth, for example, would you have believed me? Well, I can't really say that either, because you would have, because you trust me.
Yeah.
Fuck. But like the truth, like it.
I wouldn't.
Not like that, like as extreme as Kenneth is.
It's just.
Kenneth, you're amazing. We're not talking shit. We're literally with you for sure. Don't get it twisted.
The way he carries himself is so
absolutely
in a humble way. Where
dude, he is really humble. Like he is absolutely humble.
He didn't want to admit one time that he was either smart, successful, has anything at all. No,
not one.
All
time.
he cared about was his family and his girl, man, and his baby boy too. I mean, that's beautiful. Yeah, and that sounds like, dude, all he wants to do is be okay with his family.
Mm-hmm. And that's a big thing.
He doesn't want rewards. He just want to be accepted. Just humble.
No, you're absolutely right. I mean, the big thing is that with him in general. He is such a family man, but as much of a family man as he is, he's just as much of a businessman as well. But that's the one thing that he won't really admit. If you notice that, if y'all notice that as well, I mean, that's one thing that Kenneth would not. He wouldn't
really get any
admit.
Credit for anything. He's like, no, don't give me any credit. Don't give me any credit.
But that's
dude.
Yeah.
If it wasn't you, who would it have been?
Yeah.
Just come
on.
And
seriously, don't let him steer you wrong. Kenneth really is the king of the industry, and I'm very fortunate enough to be able to be partnered up with him. He is my business partner, and we do have our CBD oil company, that is coming out. We are literally getting manufactured different products that literally everybody, all of you already use as it is. All we're doing is being able to infuse CBD oil to it, but full spectrum CBD oil to it. So you're getting all of your benefits from the CBD oil. And if you don't know what CBD oil is, here it is. Look it up. So that's a big deal in general, but make sure that you understand everything. But going back to it, with us being able to do everything, it really does come from the pure heart of us. And for y'all to understand exactly more of who we are and to get to know Adrian, to get to know me on a very genuine level. Like that's a big deal. It doesn't matter, like for anybody, it's a big deal, but most people don't like to be real. Like no, not many people want to be genuine, you know?
Yeah, I mean, in this society too, we all lie, or we all try to put this picture of who we want to be.
It's like Instagram.
All the time.
It's just like Instagram.
Social media itself.
Dude, and you know those memes, Instagram versus reality?
Yeah. Expectation, reality.
Yeah. They always have these females with the ass shots, like they're like every guy wants their girl to have a big ass, and I'm very fortunate. You know, but a lot of guys want to have a girl with a big ass. That's just how it is. And for a lot of the females out there, I see on Instagram that there's these memes, and the girls stick their ass out. They're like, oh, they got a big ass, but then in reality, it's like a fucking wall.
Like
and,
mine.
Yeah, it's just terrible. It's funny because that's showing you how not real people really are. Like there was some podcasts and interviews that I've seen over the past week and everything, and you know, people in general have just come out and said, you know, look at the people that are on Instagram and then see what it is that they're doing in real life. And that's going to be able to set the differences, because people can say and do whatever they want over Instagram and social media in general.
Yeah, it's like a timeline. They could put like, oh, I'm gonna put this picture because I'm here, and I'm like, oh, I had a good day here, but they don't put everything in between.
Yeah.
Throughout the day, what they
Well,
did.
I mean, that's like a lot like a lot like you and I. Because and I don't mean this in any negative way by any means. It's more of people don't see the struggles that
getting
that we go through.
dirty and all that stuff.
Yeah, I mean, so all of y'all are able to see what it is that we're bringing out. However, what y'all don't see, and this is what I wish that y'all could see, and this is what I actually do want to do someday soon. I've kind of been trying to do it. If y'all have been following my social media at all, I'm mainly on Instagram, but if y'all follow my Instagram story, y'all would notice that lately I've been doing in the car rants, if you will, rants with Damian Gerry, and I do it in the morning, and I also have done it on my way home from work, and it's, you know, point is, with me being able to be at work and do what I do for my companies, for Adrian, for you to be able to do what you're doing with your work as well. Mm. Adrian, what y'all don't understand and what y'all don't know is, tell them what you do.
So I'm an instructional aide for a special ed class at a high school. And so I personally assist a special ed teacher that we have around 10 to 15 students in our classroom each period. So I'm pretty much the teacher.
Right.
And I take care of kids with Down syndrome, autism, and, well, what can you call it? Learning disabilities?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so I have that every day. 8 to 3.
And that's a big deal, because that's a big challenge, because you yourself don't go through it. Or have you gone through it at a younger age?
No.
Okay.
No.
So that's a big thing
I'm
for you.
Blessed to have none of those, because, dude, you take life for granted at times, man. If you see kids that are blind or, you know, have learning disability, I mean, autism, and these kids are so smart with, you know, but their social interactions or their behaviors or their ADD, or they can't bear with it and live normally like us. So it's very humbling, but it's also very hard to teach teach these kids, and you know.
What would you say the hardest thing is to about your work, the school work, that is?
Well,
the hardest thing
is because we don't know what to do at home, because you know I want like there's
like their outside influences.
Yeah, because teaching them in my classroom, I feel like they're the best students. They pay attention to me. They love me. They want to learn from me, and they're respecting in that way where they, you know, listen to me, do their work, and you know they want to get their job, their work correct in time and all that stuff. But then, you know, at home, parents don't follow up on that, aren't, you know, helping them with their homework, because if they try and do it themselves, you can't expect a kid to do it on their own.
Absolutely not.
And you know, it's their parents' job to do it at home, and then as a teacher to influence it.
To be able to push to the next level and everything.
And it's like, in that area, you could teach so much, and they sponge it all up, and then the next day, brand new day, and they forget everything. Mm-hmm. So that's definitely the most difficult thing, I believe. And it's frustrating, you think, but it's
to me, I would be frustrated just because like for me personally, being in your shoes, I feel like I'm a little bit too much of a control freak sometimes. Like honestly, I really do feel like that about my own self, and I'm definitely I can definitely own up to my fault. I don't feel like it's a fault, just because in what I do, I have to be in control, and I have to crack the whip, and I have to be on top of my shit, and I have to be on top of my A game all the time. But you know, one way that I can relate with you on that is that my nieces and my niece, I just met my goddaughter this past weekend, and she's adorable. She's like. She's very, dude, as a baby, I never thought I'd say this about a baby, and I don't have any kids. I have 2 dogs, and those are my children. With my youngest niece, that's my goddaughter as well. She's sensible. She's a sensible baby. I never thought I'd say that about a baby. It's a baby, if you're crying out loud. But like all they do is like piss, shit, eat, repeat. And sleep, and repeat, seriously, and cry, but she doesn't cry for no reason.
She only cries for if she's pooped or needs food.
Yeah, or if she's pooping, and because she'd be like, like you can tell like that certain voice or that certain pitch of whan.
Thanks for the demonstration.
You're very welcome. Thank you. I thought I was
it was spot on, by the way.
Fuck yeah, hell yeah, nice. But see, the thing is that with my older niece, now she's a badass. Yeah, Brogan, I met her, she is awesome. So you met her. She is so cool. Like Brogan is so highly intelligent that
independent also.
Dude, like the thing is that with Brogan, it's unfortunate because she wants to hang out with friends. She wants to hang out with people. She wants to talk with people. She wants to communicate. She wants to hang out. Very, very social.
Very social.
And
very easy to get along with.
Oh my God, so easy.
I'm like, dude, I'd hang out with you any day, little girl.
Yeah.
You're funner to hang out with than my buddies.
Yeah, no, seriously, and that's not even a joke. That's that's the truth.
And I can have a high intellectual conversation with that little girl.
But seriously. See, the one of the many things that I love about that little girl is that she will state the truth no matter what.
I was just thinking that. She's for real.
Real. She will.
Surreal, raw girl, dude.
All of you that think y'all are real, that think y'all tell the truth, that think y'all have no filter, I want you to understand, my niece. If you say the wrong thing, and she has enough common sense to understand this, if you say the wrong thing, if you are looking retarded, confused, if you are, if you do something that you know that you shouldn't do, she's gonna call you out, and it's the most funniest thing
Her facial
ever.
expressions, dude. I'm like, she'll look at you. I'm like, what are you doing? I'm like, damn, that girl, don't be judging me over here.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just saying that's a little awkward or a little weird. I'm like, yeah, I know.
Yeah, no, seriously,
Dude,
like it's
straight
the
out.
funniest thing
She's straight
ever,
out.
and you know, like she'll like
And I
she-
respect that.
No, same
respect
because I'm very upfront. My mother-in-law, she is very upfront. I am very upfront. I'm probably like, if you want sugar-coated truth, if you want that, I guess that's the best. I'm trying to figure out if that's the best way to say it. No, not a white lie, but like if you don't want the truth, but you want a sugar-coated version of it, don't come to me. I'm the worst person to come to. Because I'll tell you exactly how it is.
You don't help me out. Yeah, you don't help me in the situations.
No.
No.
If you want me to make you feel better,
Well,
I'm
yeah.
gonna be for real with you, because that's what in my eyes, that's what real friends do. Like you're not supposed to go up to somebody and say, am I really doing everything in life that I should be doing? And then you have some friends that'll say, yeah, you do. Do you feel like you're doing everything? Yeah, then okay, yeah, you are. But it takes those friends, in my eyes, to be able to call your shit out. Like, not be afraid of you, not be afraid of what you're gonna say and how you're gonna feel, but to be able to come out and say, like,
just like your weaknesses and stuff like that. You coming out like, hey, you should do better this or that, or tell you that you're at fault for doing this or that. I want my friends to tell me straight out.
Sure.
Don't lie to me or tell me that I'm doing this right, and then tell my friend behind my back, he did that shit all wrong or something like that. I'm like, dude, what the fuck? That's not a real friend.
Yeah.
That's not a true friend.
But you see, like, I would rather, let's say, for example, I came to you with that question. Hey, do you, after knowing me and knowing what I do and all these things, and like after seeing me in action, am I really doing everything that I can to make everything happen the way I want to happen? And if you told me a sugar-coated truth, then
you wouldn't accept it.
I would be like, no, seriously, come on. Yeah.
You wouldn't accept it. I know you. And it's like, you don't want to hear me like, oh yeah, Damian, you're doing great. And it's like, don't fucking lie to me. It's like, tell me what's going on. It's like, tell me like.
Are you this? Honestly, I don't believe that this could ever happen, to be honest with you. But it's like you having like this written face saying I'm pissed, and then me asking you, hey brother, what's going on? And you're like, nothing, I'm okay. And then obviously I see that it's written something is wrong. And then you say, no, like, what's going on for real? And you're like, nothing. Don't fucking lie to me. What the fuck is going on?
You beat the shit out of me to get it out.
I'd be like, let's go ahead and do something. Like, let's go ahead and get some endorphins flowing. Let's go ahead and get something happening with your receptors. Let's go to the fucking garage and get some stuff worked out, and then have your blood flowing, and then let's talk.
Then we can talk.
Yeah, because sometimes you just have to let out some stress.
Yeah, seriously, you do. And sometimes it just takes a little bit of time to open up.
Yeah, I bet. See, that's actually a struggle for me because, and I'll admit this all day long. This is one thing that I've been.
You're bad at that.
I've been working on. Yeah.
At what?
Yeah.
At opening up?
No, not opening up. So I'm bad at being patient with people trying to open up.
You're terrible, huh?
I'm terrible.
You're a bad listener, aren't you?
No, I'm a really good listener.
You're a good listener?
I'm a good listener.
But what are you bad at?
I'm bad at waiting for someone to tell me whatever it is that's wrong.
Oh, yeah, you just get over it, huh?
No. It's like, if I ask you what's going on, what's wrong,
you need to hear it right away.
I need to hear it. Like, I don't want to fucking wait. It's not a movie. Okay. So
you don't want to wait till the end of the movie to know the ending.
yeah. Like, I'm very bad at that.
Tell me what's gonna happen.
You know, I'll call my own truth. This is my fault for me.
It's your patience, man. You have patience?
No.
You don't have fucking patience. First of all, you don't have patience at all.
No.
At all.
No.
For anything. We found a problem.
No. But I've never had patience though.
Yeah, I mean, I like to say I don't have patience doesn't seem right. It's like Ken not admitting that he's, successful and great at everything. Because I think I have to be patient to be doing the job I have. Like I am.
Yeah, you do.
That I have.
But see, for me as well, if you want to put it in that light, I guess you could say that I am patient in some ways.
Yeah.
But like in business, I can be patient.
Yeah, exactly.
With growing cannabis, I'm definitely patient because I understand there's a process.
That's what I'm saying. Work-wise, you can be super patient for everything because it's a process. You understand there's got to be patience for a certain thing. But for traffic, for waiting in line for food, for people being rude, fucking shit like that, I don't have patience.
Yeah.
Because it's their fault.
That actually pertains to episode 6. One of the topics that we went over. I forgot which one it was. But it was one of them that we went over on that one.
I don't.
I forgot what it was, but
I don't have patience for rudeness and other people's. I don't have patience for other people. My students and my job, my girlfriend. I love you. I have patience for you. I always will.
See, and that's where my fault comes into play because, my wife, which I love so fucking much. I adore. My gosh, I am so happily married. I'm thankful every fucking day that I wake up and go to sleep, because like I was telling her, whenever we travel, we tend to appreciate each other even more than when we left, and it's a fucked up. I honestly think it's kind of fucked up, but at the same time. It's a very big deal because
it's like a reconnector.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. And whenever you travel, you get to learn something else, something new about your partner. Yeah, absolutely, all day long. And whenever you go, let's say like on a plane and you go somewhere, and then it's like that's whenever you're able to see of like what.
Real her kind of at certain times.
The what?
The real her, like
yeah. Well, not even just the real her, but not even just the real her or the real him. It's more of like, how is it that you both do in uncharted territories?
Oh yeah, and it's funny. Me and my girlfriend are like most of her trips. We don't get along at times, and it's funny.
Wait, and
back in our past,
yeah,
a lot of our times we have like long road trips.
Mm-hmm.
Long drive, and like something always like little things just doesn't do it for us, and we always have like an argument or something, and we always get through it because the best way is communication. I understand, but it's like always the smallest things that like the road trips or something, and something always happens, and then but at the end of the road trip, like we've never had more love for each other, like that reconnecting to like, okay, you understand the bigger picture of the relationship and why you're in love with them and why you're on these long road trips.
Well, I mean, whenever you go through something like that, like whenever you come back from that road trip or from that trip in general, it allows for you to be able to reconnect yourself with your partner on a very big basis, and it's a big deal because let's say that for a few weeks you are fighting, going back and forth, and whoever it may be, it doesn't really matter. But the point of the matter is that you're doing things unnaturally that something is coming in between, some type of energy, some type of force is coming between you guys, and it's making y'all act bonkers, and then y'all remove yourselves from the entire situation, remove both of yourselves, and go somewhere. It's healthy. Go somewhere and that you've both never been before, and go do that, and then you'll be able to reconnect. Reset, and then you come back and you're like, man, because you see other people as well. You see other people. Yeah. You see how they're treating each other, and then you're like, damn, I have it fucking good. I have it real good.
Yeah, and then it's just like the thing is like you just breathe. You notice and you see your beautiful girlfriend or your other spouse, and you're just like, why are we mad again?
Yeah.
Really? Like this is the stupidest thing ever, and it's just a hug and kiss and saying I'm sorry, even if it's nothing to do with being sorry, it's just being together, understanding. It's like there's just no reason to fight.
Absolutely, that's a big deal. I do very firmly believe that every couple, everybody should really travel a few times a year together,
man.
not separate, because that separation doesn't do shit. I mean, all it does is makes you miss each other even more. So when you come back,
it's also good at times to miss each other. But I mean,
at times,
work and business and trips and stuff like that is always you're always gonna have that. So.
Right. I mean, for me,
you don't want to purposely.
Yeah.
You know, hey, I gotta go take a break from you. You know,
yeah.
I'll see you in a week.
Yeah, and that's obviously not cool, and
no.
that's something that for me, I
it's hard for you to deal with at times, to be without your spouse.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely.
I mean, you know, as much as. I can't even say I like being alone, because even when my love is away from me, I'm like, damn it, now I gotta go do something. I gotta be around people. I gotta do something. I contact you. I'm like,
hey, what's up, bro?
I'm like, hey, brother, what are you up to?
Just chilling.
Yeah, I'm like, you want to go to the casino? You want to go do something? Let's go do something. Come on, man, let's go do something.
All right.
And I'm just like, that's just the way it is for me.
So this is how the podcast created.
Nah. Well, okay, so that's actually a good topic in general of like, obviously we've got the consistency, which is one of the number one keys for success for anything. It doesn't matter with communication, but what is, other than what we've gone over, even if it is the same that we've gone over, what is it that you actually really enjoy about the podcast in general? Have you actually watched the podcast for yourself?
Mm-hmm.
So after watching the podcast, of watching yourself, how do you, like, what makes you like doing them now? Like, even more than you did before?
Well, first off, learning from you, business-wise, and
that's actually a really good point. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but that night, episode 5, that night.
Yeah.
Did you? I feel like you learned a good bit, like at the table.
Yeah, I did.
Because we were eating dinner, and because I made some steaks for us, and
bomb ass steaks, by the way. It was fire. I told him you can't recreate that steak again. I think he got lucky. I think he got like the perfect timing to take those shits off, and I was like,
But see, during the dinner though, we were talking. So my business partner Kenneth, as y'all saw in episode 5 and 6. We were talking about our business and everything, and because Kenneth, he had just gone to visit a manufacturer of ours out of Van Nuys, California, and I was supposed to go with him, but I had some meetings to attend to, and we were going over some of the business structuring and the products and learning market terms and industrial terms and everything, and I was letting Adrian know about what these things are. And I mean, do you feel like you learned a lot just in that little bit of time? And
there's a lot too much information. I was getting so confused because there was words that I didn't understand, and there's phrases that I didn't understand, but I got a lot of it, I think. But you guys were talking way too much. I had to cut it off. I was like, all right.
Yeah, that's whenever you're like, let's go ahead and
save this talk for the podcast, all right?
Yeah. So going back to it, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but going back to it, what makes you like
just
more?
Learning from you and business wise, and mostly bettering myself just to hear us out. Like, sometimes you have all these thoughts and you know what to do and how to become better, and hearing yourself out is like, damn, I really should do this. Like when you need plans or write it down, seeing it or shit, record it. Damn, record yourself and say, I need to do this. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna commit to this because I'm gonna come here once a week, and I'm gonna tell myself, hey, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that, and I want to follow up on it.
And actually, that brings up to a good point. I'm sorry. I don't mean to interrupt.
Okay.
I want you to go back to.
I'm done.
Oh, you're done. Okay. So recently, You have started something new.
Mm-hmm.
What is that?
Calling people.
No. Oh, no.
I didn't
Not
do
that
that.
one.
I
Not
was
that
like,
one.
I
Not
haven't
that.
started
Not
that.
that. Not that. But your February deal.
Oh, my February.
Yeah,
deal.
yeah.
So I want to commit to myself and to God that I will stop drinking and smoking. Cannabis, smoking cannabis. Well, I don't smoke tobacco. It's disgusting.
Yeah.
Please don't smoke.
That's terrible, by the way.
Please.
Smoking cigarettes is like.
Hey, but drinking is also as bad, so I can't say anything like that. But I mean, I'm Mexican. But anyways, just a little bit of tequila is okay. Anyway, so I'm gonna stop drinking and smoking February 2019 to December 2019.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
For the rest of the year.
For the rest of the year.
So that means I can't smoke around you.
I'm giving 3 passes to myself. 3 passes. It's gonna be probably an event. It's gonna happen through the year. It's gonna happen that I want to smoke or drink. My birthday. Mm-hmm. I would love to drink or smoke, one or the other. And
wait, when is your birthday?
21st of May.
21st of May. May 21st. Everybody, that is, mark that calendar because that is Adrian's birthday. Be sure to send him some birthday wishes and some presents.
Much love. Anyways, so I want to do that, and it's gonna be hard because I always give up drinking, and it's like smoke only occasionally, or I'd give up smoking and drink occasionally. But now I'm doing both cold turkey. Starting February.
So from February to December, you're going.
I am gonna be sober, starting next week. Holy moly!
Oh, completely sober, like not being high or drunk or anything like that.
Yeah, it's completely sober. I'm gonna be high on life.
So why is it that you're doing it?
Just so I can do it. It can be a little clean, a little cleanse. To say anybody that I'm addicted or that I need it anyway, just.
Is there anybody that said that at all to you?
Oh, my family. They think so. Obviously, Mom. I always say it's like she always thinks. I'm like, what are you talking about? I didn't even drink, or I didn't even smoke or anything like that. It's just they're thinking that we're doing bad things or drinking or driving and doing stuff like that we shouldn't be doing. But and plus I'm spending way too much money on drinking.
On drinking, well,
You don't drink?
No. I'm just saying, I've been around alcoholics, dude, and it's not
ridiculous.
It's not fun.
One night, if you go out to your boys, you spend $200 for what? To listen to bad music, terrible drinks,
and overpriced drinks. That's a big fucking deal.
Yeah, dude. I'm just gonna get a bottle.
And it's crazy because even for me, I like to. You understand this one, but for all of you out there that don't know how my mind operates, let's take the drinking scene at least. I put it like this. I look at how much money I always go back to business with stuff. The per bottle, you make, it's like, what for one shot? How much is a typical shot?
$7-8.
$7 or $8. So $7 per shot, which there's probably 40 shots in a bottle. 40 shots in a bottle times 7.
Mm-hmm. 21.
That's over $200. That's over $200 that one bottle made.
It's $20 a bottle.
That's exactly.
Yeah, what's how the mark?
That's a huge that's a huge deal.
What do you think this is what bars do, and they have a license for $25,000 for that license. They're drinking license.
Fuck no, dude.
Yeah, it's something like that.
No. Over in Texas, it's minimum 40,000. Yeah.
Shut up.
So yeah, TABC license is $40,000, depending on who you go through as well, because you can pay about 150 to even 200,000
too. I'm not sure, but dude, in one night, they're making bank.
Absolutely. I used to bartend whenever I was younger. I used to bartend, whenever I was doing the whole club circuit and everything. Yeah, I did that as well. I did dancing and I did bartending as well. And dude, I don't fucking know. people will come up with some crazy shit, and I'm just like, what is that?
Oh,
They're like,
drinks?
oh yeah, and they're like, you don't drink, and I'm like, no. Then why are you a bartender? Because I'm helping you guys out.
I'm getting you drunk.
Yeah, and I'm getting tipped, so I'm making
You
money.
pay
Like
me.
what? Yeah, what the hell? Like I don't give a shit. But people like whenever I tell people that because you know I don't drink, and there's a lot of people that know I don't drink as well.
It's surprising at times for people
What?
that people don't drink.
But whenever people know that I don't drink, and then they're like, well, how could you bartend if you don't drink? Then it's like, well, because they tell you what they want. They tell you, like, you want vodka, okay, you get vodka and tonic, or you get vodka water, or you get vodka cranberry juice. Or they're not saying, you want a Cape Cod? Okay, go for it. Yeah, a Cape Cod. You know what a Cape Cod is? I think it's cranberry juice and vodka. I think. But
Sure.
I think.
I'm not a big vodka guy.
I hate alcohol, so I'm all. And you know, actually, recently I did drink.
What'd you have? Margaritas?
No, I
Beer?
drank. I know I drank. Well, not with you. I guess I drank against you. When we a few weekends ago.
What did we do? I felt like you drank. I don't remember. Where were we?
Jägermeister.
Oh shit, we did. We were playing drum Jenga. This guy was chugging Jaeger.
It was
It's disgusting, bro.
It tasted like shit. Like, okay, so
Black licorice. Alcohol.
Okay, so an old friend of mine, I'm not gonna say his name, but an old friend of mine, he came over to our house, and he was staying with us for a couple weeks and everything beginning of last year, and he had requested that, and because you know, like if somebody stays with us, like whenever you stay with us, dude, hell yeah, that's my Southern hospitality. Like that shit's in my fucking blood. So whenever somebody comes and stays with me, I ask them what would they like, what's gonna make them feel more comfortable with the stay and everything. You know,
feel at home.
Yeah, absolutely. And I don't care what it is, as long as it's not meth, cocaine, shit like that. No. But if it's
I
like,
don't know who the fuck asked for that.
I'm
shit.
dude, I'm just saying, like, you
yeah.
get some fucking weird people. But I'm just saying, like, so. But there's one individual, and they asked me. I asked them what they wanted, and they said, I would like some Jägermeister. So I go to the store, and I'm like, I know Jägermeister because I used to work for Jägermeister. So I'm just like, I know what I'm going to get. I'm going to get the biggest motherfucker they have. Mm-hmm. So that's what I did. Mm-hmm. So that bottle has been from the beginning of last year. And it's been in the freezer ever since. Dude, literally, it's been in the freezer ever since. It literally crusted with ice.
I cannot. I had that bottle with like a 6-pack of tall cans of Monster. Mm-hmm. You mix those things together, dude. Blackouts.
Fuck that.
I mean,
dude, I've seen some shit happen because I've done Jaeger events and everything, and it's just like, ugh. Like people get fucking gnarly, and everybody. The thing is that everybody has a Jaeger story. Everybody has a Jaeger story.
Yeah.
If you don't like Jaeger, you have a story. You have a story of why you don't like Jaeger.
Well, the same thing as any alcohol. Vodka, I have a terrible story for that too. Vodka, Jaeger, I'm done. I love whiskey and tequila. Just those two. But I think I can go like after this whole year. I think I just go like just taking a shot and that's it.
Maybe a double shot of tequila or something.
Yeah, just enjoy it at home.
But see, like, and I don't want y'all to think that I'm being a hypocrite here because Adrian can attest to you. He's been around me long enough, like that. Do I drink on a regular basis? Like if we go out or something, do I ever drink?
Never.
Really? Like that's not a joke. Like I really don't.
He gives me Fuchi faces when I talk about alcohol. It's like ew.
I mean, that's just not my forte. Like, there's
certain things that you don't like.
Yeah, I mean, but see, a lot of people like to.
I think it's also the body. Some people's body doesn't like. People can't take Monsters.
Yeah.
People can't drink sometimes. People can't smoke.
I could take
it's because they're mental or their body. Something that doesn't, it just doesn't go.
Yeah.
People can't eat beans. I eat beans all day.
I can't. I can't.
Lactose is their body. It's not mentally they don't like lactose. It's just.
My body doesn't like milk at all. I don't know if it's just because I haven't drank milk in so long, but like, dude, I tried some soy milk or some almond milk the other day, or like last week. Man, I had the fucking like, dude, I had some crazy fucking runs. Bless you.
Thank you.
I had some crazy runs.
I've had some.
I fucking blew the toilet up.
But I don't know if it's just because I had munchies and now I have like a full on dinner, and then still hungry, and then like I'm eating a bowl of cereal, and then because it's just a bowl of cereal,
Right.
and then you wake up at 2 or 3 in the morning.
Oh no! For me, this was in the morning, and it was before I went to work. So I drank a cup of coffee, and this was whenever Kenneth was here too.
Oh, yeah.
So this was that day this is the day that we did episode 5.
You were sick.
The day that we did episode 5.
Oh shit!
Wait, was it
That's 6? That's 6. 6.
6? Was it 6? I think so. Yeah. Because So what exactly happened was that I went to, I woke up. I did I did my everyday routine. I got some coffee, and then what I mixed in with it was some almond milk, and I made a bowl of cereal. So I ate some cereal before I went to fucking work. Well, I went to work and I started feeling fucking weak. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, I'm supposed to be amped right now. I'm supposed to be fucking getting shit done. And I'm like
normally.
Yeah, and I'm just like sitting here like, I feel dead. I feel so weak. I feel drunk. What the hell's going on with me? Like, I have no energy. My assistant, she says, Damian, are you okay? I was like...
She noticed I'm doing that.
No, not really. She's like, you don't look so good. I'm like... I don't feel so good, and I don't know what to tell you. She's like, your energy level's crazy down. I was like, that's what I feel like. And she was just like, maybe you need to go home.
And it's funny because we're the same people, and that same energy we bring to any room or to any person also. And if you bring that low energy into your work, people right away.
Something's wrong with him. Yeah, something's wrong with him.
Are you okay?
Absolutely.
You have a headache, or are you like, there's something that's going on? I'm like, you already know, like, just not today.
Yeah. But see, like, I had to leave early from work too,
that's unusual for you.
But by the time we did our episode, I was feeling completely fine and everything like that. Like, everything was all
all dandy.
Yeah, all good to go. But that is a big deal. But I don't want any of you thinking that I say one thing and do another. Like, that weekend, that night, it was I wanted to basically, like, I was in my own home, and we had all of our friends over, and we were playing drunk Jenga, and I was like, and I'm the only one, and nobody has really ever seen me drunk. Like, I don't even remember what it even feels like to be drunk.
He's a happy drunk, at least.
Yeah.
At least he doesn't get angry. Like, if he was an angry drunk, I'm like, I'm glad you don't drink.
Yeah. That's. I think I'm just like too happy in general.
I think I just gotta hide the alcohol in your drinks.
Oh god, like fucking Molly or something. Pop a fucking Molly in there, like bing. I promise you can. So did you want to go over some stuff by chance?
Yeah, we can go through some stuff.
Okay.
What you got?
So before we started our episode today, we were off camera and we were doing a little think tank, if you will, and trying to figure out some creative content to come out for all of y'all. And we did actually come up with some questions, and it is now question time.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna actually let you choose.
Oh, of course.
You're very welcome.
Thanks. Oh, well, I like this one already. Yeah, this one. Are you more worried about doing things right or doing the right things? Go. You want me to go first?
No, like no. This is like a really in-depth question because I'm not really. I guess I'm really more worried about doing things right rather than the right things. So how I'm gonna
explain both because
so,
I wanted to explain what doing the right thing is and doing it right means.
So doing things right in my eyes, because I come from the business perspective and creating things like that. So for me, it would be that like you're treating people right, which some people can go ahead and say, oh, you're just doing the right thing. Doing the right thing is picking someone up when they're down. Doing the right thing is taking your pride and fucking and swallowing your pride. That's sometimes doing the right thing.
Yes.
And doing things right is having, let's say you have a systematic approach that you're doing something that, let's say, for example, you register a business, right? Well, that's how you have to do something right. There's a process for that.
Yeah, of course.
We do our episodes. That's doing things right. There's a process. You have to be able to edit the video from beginning and like chop off the beginning all the way up to the point that we start, and then chop off the end to where it actually ends.
It's a process.
That's doing the right. That's doing the things or doing things right.
Yes.
Now for me, I do worry more about doing things right doing things right, because if I don't do things right, my life, my family, my friends, we're all affected.
Yeah.
Completely. We're all affected 100%, whether you like it or not.
Yeah.
And that's a shitty thing to think about, but that's just the truth. And and honestly, I really do, because if you don't worry about doing things right, then you're going to be doing things wrong. Obviously, that's common sense. You're going to be doing things wrong all day long. And people look up to people nowadays, especially. Whenever I was a kid, and whenever a lot of people were kids, there wasn't these idols. There was idols, but they weren't as commercialized and as out there on social media platforms and everything like you have today.
Yeah, you can connect to them and stuff like that.
Yeah, you don't have that. Well, now you do.
But
you do now.
Never.
But doing things right, you're being able to show a certain type of tenacity about yourself that comes out. And like, for example, me to you, I do things the right way, and you are being able to see that, and you're like, oh, fuck. Like, that's really cool, because he's doing it literally how it's supposed to be done. And, you know, like I said, like with doing the right thing, some people would deem giving a homeless person food because it's the right thing to do. I feel personally that I hardly ever give homeless people any money whatsoever. And my thing about that is I have been homeless myself. Absolutely been homeless myself. And I've never been addicted to any drugs or anything of that nature. Never been alcoholic. Never abused alcohol by any means. But some people, this is going to doing the right things, is that some people do deem that giving back to others is the right thing to do. Now, giving back to, let's say, an orphanage or going to hospitals and greeting cancer patients, I feel like that's the right thing to do. I do not feel like it's the right thing to do to give homeless people money. I do not feel like it's the right thing to do, let's say, for example, to fuck people over. I don't feel like that's the right thing to do.
Yeah.
but yeah, I definitely worry about doing things the right way, because you become, and especially in my life and in my eyes and in my own personal life and business life,
Yeah.
it creates more success doing things the right way, because there's those mistakes, as I would call them, they can be very expensive mistakes for sure, and you don't want to be. I spent way too much money in my life to doing things not the right way. Yeah. They were stupid mistakes, absolutely stupid mistakes. I made stupid investments. I've made stupid mistakes in business. But the thing is that I've been able to learn from it. And that's something that's some type of experience that nobody, not one person, can ever take away from me. So yeah, that's why I worry about doing things the right way, doing things right rather than doing the right thing. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think I want to accommodate a little bit of both, because I always want to do the right thing, because I feel like I was taught that way by my father, doing always the right thing, and like don't worry about the consequence in a way, like, you know, like let God be the judge of that. Let them, you know, don't judge people. Don't, you know, worry about what they're doing. If you think that you can help, even though you're not gonna see the result or stuff like that, I always feel like I want to do the right thing. But like in a work job, I want to do the things right, because when you want to do this, you want to help other people, or you want to help the students in a way where you're doing the work for them, because you feel like you want to do it for them and help them, but you're not actually helping them.
Right.
By doing the right thing is teaching them to do it themselves, to adapt what's going on. If they're struggling with something, that's doing it right.
Right.
Helping them, giving them the answers, doing the right thing. But that's not helping them. That's helping you.
Yeah, making your life easier.
Exactly, and it's like you get caught up in between. Very much so.
You're saying in between of doing the right thing versus the right things.
Yes, and it's like,
or things right.
Yeah,
versus doing the right thing.
Yeah, and it's difficult at times, because you're like, which one do I choose? And sometimes you regret it, because I'm telling these kids, like, what do you want to do? You want to graduate? Do you want to help? Do you want to keep learning? Do you really want to learn this? And it's like you're trying to get through to them, and they don't want that. They don't want, and nothing to do with it. And so you fall into what they want, and you just do the right thing.
Absolutely.
And it's hard. It's not easy. So if I had to choose, I would do the things right, very much so. But in my heart, do things the right way. I mean,
doing the right thing.
It's tough.
And pertaining to this question, by the way, you guys, this is something that it's a morality and principle thing.
Yeah.
It very much so is. But the question is, which do you worry about more? For me, it's doing things the right way.
Guaranteed. And then take another example is the teacher I work with always gets on my ass for anything. It's like, don't do this, don't do that. I'm like, like, I was like, I understand. She's like, you don't understand, because I've been sued for things that these kids have done things.
The teacher that you work with has been
like really, because their plans that these kids have to meet their goals and things like that. They're supposed to be taught and learn these things, and if they don't do it, or this whole society of teaching now is horrible. Like, the parents are worse than the teachers now. You know how back in the day where the teachers get on the parents because they're not helping their kids, or the parents, you know, get the kid like, why aren't you listening to your teacher, blah, blah, blah. Now it's the parent telling the teacher, why aren't you helping my student? Why isn't he here learning? And it's like, it's terrible. But
that's actually how I grew up. My mom was like that. My mom was one of those parents for sure. She was one of the types that she'll go ahead and bitch out a teacher all day long if they were not like, because I was a struggle. Like, I struggled in school all day long. Like, literally, dude, it was...
You seem like a troublemaker.
Dude, no, it wasn't a troublemaker. Like, I wasn't I wasn't a troublemaker. I was a really good kid. I had trouble at learning. And,
oh, really?
Yeah, and for me, I actually... when I was a kid, I was a little bit dyslexic, and I was horrible at math. That's my number one subject. And I find it funny because now what I do, it's all math.
Numbers.
It's all a numbers game. And now I'm not an algorithmic person by any means, but I do.
But it's in your interest.
Because it's money.
Exactly.
Because I make money.
Yeah.
And money is what I'm after. I'm after the success of money. I'm after what money brings me. I'm after what I did not grow up with.
Yeah.
I grew up fucking poor. To my knowledge, you grew up poor.
Yeah. Well, not really.
No, not really?
No, I've always been very blessed. Because my grandparents...
Okay.
And my dad, when he came down here, he worked his ass off for us. So I want to say no, I wasn't.
You grew up pretty fortunate.
I would think so, very much. I'm very blessed.
And there's nothing. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that by any means.
The work habit that I was taught, and in that way, like my dad was on me, like
Well, that's good though.
And it was great because you grow up fast.
I don't mean to cut you off.
No worries.
But I do have a question for you. And this is something that all of you are definitely going to be able to... all the guys, all the males and females, y'all will be able to relate with this one. Because I know that this affects me very, very highly even today. I wouldn't say that... Well, actually, I guess I would, if I'm being honest, I definitely would have to say that I do somewhat have dad issues. Just because... I didn't grow up with my father at all.
The father figure?
Like, I never grew up with a father at all.
Yeah.
A father figure, like you said,
yeah.
I didn't grow up with that. I didn't grow up with my dad. I did not do anything like that. For you, growing up with your dad and having father figures in your life, even if it was your grandfather, if it was your dad, if it was your uncle.
Yeah. It was...
How was that very important to you? As a male boy, was that very... do you deem that very important?
So I very much so. And it wasn't even that like interacting with my dad so much, but seeing the work that he does and like, not seeing him around tells you that he's off doing something for us.
Like busting his ass.
Yeah, and then when I did interact with him, it was lessons. And he's like, if I made a mistake, he wouldn't like bash on me. He's telling me, hey, it's okay. Learn from it and keep moving. It shouldn't stop you. And it was so like, those moments you take it so seriously because you didn't have those moments all the time.
Yeah.
So when you did have that time with your father, it meant a lot to me, and I did learn a lot.
So quality time and all that stuff.
It made me the person I am at times. So it was my father was very important to me. Now, was it more important than my mom? I don't think so. I think moms are number one. Because my mom.
But that's actually a really cool dynamic though, because you grew up with both of your parents.
Yeah, and
your grandparents were in your life a lot as well. Is that right or no?
So my grandparents were in Mexico most of the time, but when they did come here, it was fun. It was good. I didn't interact with them, but my parents taught me always to respect your elders, especially your grandparents, because as you would respect your parents, they want you to respect their parents. They taught everything that you taught. Because
it's like a generational thing. Like you teach your kin, and then your kin teaches their kin.
So you can teach your kid the same morals.
Absolutely.
And so my grandfather loved me very much because I resembled a lot of his brother that he admired a lot. So when he saw me, he saw something in me, and my dad always said that I was very how would you call it? Like, if you would tell me, like, I would follow you a lot. Because my grandfather always wanted to go to church. He had to go to church every day.
Mm-hmm.
And so since I was young and I was very willing to, because I didn't see my grandfather a lot, he's like, just, you want to go to church with me? And I'd love to go. And I'd go with him every day because he liked that. I'd say yes all the time to anything he would say. I'd follow along. I'd pray with him even though I didn't know how to pray or stuff like that. And so that time that I didn't even know that I did with my grandfather, like, he cherished it very much. Mm-hmm. And thinking it and, like, remembering at times, I know it would have made me as a grandfather, seeing, like, hanging out with my grandchild at that age, like, you know, it made a lot of, like, what's it called? The good memories, I guess. Mm-hmm. So, father figure, I think.
Do you think that would you say that it is a very big must for people?
Yeah. I mean, it's not a necessity, but I feel it's a must.
Do you feel like do you think it's a foundation builder?
For a male to see, it's a must. And not to say that, you know, having, like, an older brother, my older brother was like my father, because I learned 90% of the things that you know I grew up with and stuff like that, teaching me all these things. He was like my father. So it's like I say, a father figure is a must. You know, because my father was very tough love with me, and I didn't see him very often. He didn't tell me I love you. He didn't, like, hug me. He was just an old school kind of guy. He showed me with his hard work, the house over my roof, the food on my table.
And that's the way that he showed you that he loved you?
That's how he showed me he loved me. And that's how I saw the man he was and what I need to do as a man.
But that's also...
to, you know, stuff like that. But, I mean, this is a new generation. Right. You know, I learned from him. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to be exactly like him. Right. You pick and choose what you want to learn from him. And I choose every good thing that he's ever taught me. And I obviously don't want to take the bad things from him because he was also an alcoholic and very aggressive. But for all that he was, for all the alcohol he did every day, or the screaming and all that stuff and not loving us kind of thing, he never missed a day of work. He's always there. He never
always provided, always did everything that he needed to.
Never missed a day. If I need anything, he's always gonna be there without a doubt. So it's even though, you know, physically he wasn't there like all the time, he was there.
Right.
So
he's making ends meet. He's being a sole provider for your household and everything.
Yeah, man. So it was good. My dad's he has a big heart. That's definitely. And I think it's mostly, like, I see that myself. I don't show my emotions because of him, obviously. I learned that from him. The emotional and the feelings and all that stuff, I always bundle it up just like him. But it's not healthy. It's not healthy, man.
I've seen it. No, I have not seen it. No, I haven't seen you not be emotional. Yeah. Because I have seen you be emotional. Yeah. Because, like, obviously you're one of my best friends. But, like, I've seen it. But that's between me and you. Yeah, that's our friendship. That's our bond. Yeah. And I feel very fortunate that you do feel that comfortable enough around me to have your emotions come out.
Yeah,
like that.
And I'm not with nobody.
Yeah.
The only person I'm emotional with is my mom and my girlfriend.
Yeah.
And funny thing, I don't know, it's just the trust I have in you, where I can feel like I can be raw just because, like, you know, it's reciprocal. It's what I get back from you. Absolutely. So what you give me, I also want to give back to you. And, you know, even though I don't want to, I feel like I can. It's not that I want to, it's just I can. And it's nice. It's nice to vent out and so it's hearing it from yourself that you understand what's going to you, like what's going on in your head and what you're feeling, and you become more, you know, what's the word I'm looking for?
More aware of yourself.
Yeah, more aware. Definitely more aware of how you feel and like what's going on with everything. I feel better already.
That's good. No, that's good. No, that's good. No, it's good because it's allowing for you to understand and see what your childhood is actually like, how much it actually has built you and gave you the structure foundation of like who you are today and giving you the tenacity and drive of what you've been able to do. And obviously that would inspire you in general to do more than what you expected of yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Example, like your dad and you being able to see your dad and or lack thereof, but you knew that the house was being put over your head, that food was being put in front of the table, you got gifts, you got all this things and just materialistic items if it was around.
Yeah, and it's like if I see like somebody in my position and like they'd be like fighting their dad, I'm like, why aren't you blah 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 blah? I'm like, there shouldn't be any anger towards my dad.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there was not a time that he hit me like he never hit me. I don't think so. He verbally like screamed at me,
mm-hmm.
and that's all I needed.
Well, yeah, everybody. I mean, my mom. So, like, for example, like with me personally, I'll switch it over to me.
Yes, please. I want to know about you.
So, for me personally, I didn't grow up with my dad. It affected me very highly. It's unfortunate. I grew up with my mom and my sister, so 2 females. I grew up with my entire life. So 2 female household and only 1 male. For me, it was one of those things that that growing up, I always wanted my dad to be around, and it was a big deal for me because as a kid, as a young boy, I see all my friends. And they would tell me, just because we talk, whenever you're a kid, whenever you're a young boy, you talk with your friends, and you're like, yeah, my dad and I went and did this on the weekend.
Trying to show off kind of thing.
Well, it wasn't even just showing off; it was just being informative of what they did. And some of them obviously would show off, but some of them would obviously tell you like, hey, this is what's going on. For me, they would ask, so what did you do? And I was like, I hung out with my mom and my sister. And so, it sucked because after simply hearing of what my friends were being able to go through, like my friends were being able to go golfing with their dad, they were able to go hunting with their dad, go ride motocross and fish. Yeah, exactly. Go do all these things with their dad. And, I had really, really missed that very much so. Like my dad, I at this point I know I'm pretty sure he's watching this for sure, but basically it's like this, like he was never around. He would say he was going to be around, but he always replaced me for a woman. He always replaced his kids because I'm not the only one. It's my sister as well, and I have a younger sister, and we're a year and a half, or basically. I think it's like 14 months apart, and basically my sister, it didn't affect her at all. Like my sister, I love her to death, even though we're really not on talking terms, honestly. But she's an amazing person, 100% she is. She's always been just so simply amazing, very innovative. But my dad, and my sister doesn't give a fuck about my dad. She doesn't care that he was never around. For all she knows, or for all she can really cook up in her head, is that she just came from a fucking organism and then just fucking came out of like a sperm donor, just gave it to my mom, and then there you go. But so she doesn't worry about it as much as I did. But for me, going back to that, is that my dad always replaced me for a woman. And he was definitely the type that wanted, like, he was a Mac Daddy in general, and He was always about the females and doing Molly and ecstasy and all this stuff, because whenever I was a kid, I think he was in his going through his 20s and 30s, and then later on in my life 40s and stuff like that, obviously. But I would always be put on the back burner for females. And I remember whenever I was a kid, my mom would ask me if I wanted to go hang out with him, and I'm like, yes, please. I got so excited, I fucking teared up in my and because I was so excited, and like I got butterflies in my stomach because I was going to see my dad, and so whenever I would go see him, very very little. There was only like he was in a few different houses, and I went to one house that he had, and I remember that he had a lot of friends over, and he was always a people person. Me and him are very much alike, very people person, very people oriented. He was a DJ, and he's had car dealerships, audio shops. He's always been an entrepreneur and all this stuff, creating his own path through life and everything. So I actually get that tenacity from him of being an entrepreneur, being self-driven, all these things. But, you know, as a kid, I feel like as a young boy, you want to have, and it's actually a necessity to have your dad around to be able to give you that foundation of how to be a man. And for me, I never got that. I never got how to shave. The simple things. I had to teach myself how to shave. As simple as it is, I cut myself a lot. And it was honestly, it was the funniest thing, because whenever I finally started shaving, I fucking remember cutting myself, and I have a mole. I forgot where it is now, but I have a mole, and I cut it because I didn't know, because I didn't mean to, but again, like, you'll have to remember, I was not taught from my father of how to do things, and so I had to learn on a very huge common sense basis. So, no bullshit. This is actually a really funny story. So, my first time ever shaving, my mom got me my own kit, and she's like, here you go. I was like, awesome.
Good luck.
Cool. So, she said, do you need help? I was like, no, I think I got it. So, I went into the bathroom, and I started putting the shaving cream. I put literally, no bullshit, all up here, like all the way almost up to my eyes, and just like covered my face. And then
sounds like my first time, yeah.
And then I think do you see it, like a little freckle looking like a thing or something?
Yeah, right to the side.
Is it this one?
Uh-huh.
So there's a mole that used to be here, and I went over that with a razor, and I fucking cut it, and it bled all over the place, and then it turned into what I have now. So, but I thought it was a really funny story, because I cut myself there, I cut myself in a couple other places, and my mom's like, wow, I mean, you did good for your first time. You have a couple cuts, but hey, that's a learning curve. But, you know, my dad promised me so much that he would come see me, and it was a big deal for me, because I wanted to spend time with him. Mm-hmm. Obviously, whenever your dad comes and tells you, hey, son, we're going to go ride motorcycles, or we're going to go
don't matter what he tells you, you're excited.
Yeah, and whenever your dad goes ahead and lies to you, says that he's only 15 minutes away, and he never shows up.
Oh.
I'm literally sitting there at my grandmother's house, mind you, and there's a window that faces the street, and the driveway you can fucking see. Before she got her whole thing redone, the driveway was on if you're looking at the house, it was on the left side of the house, and now it's on the right side of the house. Well, it was on the left side of the house, and I would always be looking, like, the window was right in front of the driveway. So I would always be looking out at night, just waiting. And my mom, she got home one night, because we were, me and my sister were staying with my grandma, and because my mom had to work, and because my mom literally, like, she was a superhero. She fucking worked, like, 3 jobs at one time. And that was a big deal for me, like, to see my mom go through that. Like, that was my... Like how your dad was your pretty much foundation to know how to work and to fucking hustle and everything. My mom was that for me.
Very much so.
Because I grew up with she was a single parent with 2 kids. So that's a fucking double trouble deal. So you have to make ends meet, and we didn't know that we were poor. Sometimes we did, but not always. And I had enough common sense at a very young age to know that we were poor, and that was just me. That was just my own intelligence. But my dad, he was never around. All the way through growing up through life, from being a little boy to being a teenager to being an adult. Actually, at the age of 18, I was kicked out. I was homeless, and I was still in high school. And I turned into 19, and that's whenever I graduated. And so yes, I graduated at the age of 19. I was held back in one grade, and I went back. I had to go back to, I think I went back to the first grade, I think, if I remember correctly. Yeah, so went from there, and I had asked my dad if I could live with him. I had my own principles behind it, though. My principles behind it was that I wanted to figure out where I came from, because I was at that point that I was a fucking man, a young man, and I wanted to figure out my roots. So he said, "Yeah, come live with me," and I'm like, "All right, cool." So 6 months, that was my action, though. That wasn't his. Mm-hmm. That was my action. I seeked him out. I found him. I communicated with him. I set the seed. I manifested. It was all a me deal. There was none of my dad in there. Mm-hmm. So it was he's a very selfish individual for sure. And he's all about himself, and it's just whatever. But after I lived with him, I saw what I saw when I was a kid, but it was more clear.
Ooh.
And it was shitty.
That hurt.
It was super shitty, because even then, even at the age of 19, I saw that my dad, he had a kid with a woman. Their story is that they took ecstasy one night, and then they fucking had sex, and then he came inside her, and then boom, he has a baby. That's how it was. And that's the actual truth. That's what I was told. Like, the actual fucking truth of what I was told. So, that's how it was. And it's unfortunate because his other son is very intelligent. That little dude is so intelligent, and but he's got the worst role models in his life, and it reminds me of me, because he is with my dad, but he doesn't have the foundation. He doesn't have it still, and he lives with him. What the fuck? So for me,
it's fucked up.
So for me, it's one of those things that I look at it, I look back, and I truly do wish that I had my dad around, just like you did. I feel like it's very volatile for a son to have his dad around. I really do feel that way. I'm very hard set on that. That's why one day that I do have kids, I will be the best father in the fucking world, because I know what it's like to be without a father. Yeah. And, just like you were saying, you brought up amazing points that, your dad taught you how to work your ass off, to be diligent, to be on point, to do this, do that, do da. That's something that I had to learn from my mom. And being that it came from a female, it was difficult for me because my mom had to be both parents. Yeah. My mom had to be two parents in one.
And the bad cop.
Yeah, and she would curse me out. She would throw shit at me, like no bullshit. Like she would be like, how black moms are. Yeah. She would be just like a black mom.
Well, Mexican moms was the same way with the chancla.
Actually, yeah, there you go. Just like that. But I had phones thrown at me and shit.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, for real. Like, that's no bullshit. But, that's how... But I was growing up with tough love because I needed it. And I think my mom, even to this day, if she's watching, I thank you very much, because the type of love and the treatment and just the type of work that you taught me growing up, it's a very big deal, and for me, I've taken that very seriously, and I've worked my ass off to get where I am today, and to do the self-advancement. I didn't go to school, I didn't go to college, so everything that I do is based off of my own learning experiences, me going in and doing these things. That's me. That's not somebody telling me, hey, Damian, go do this, go do that, go do this.
Nobody taught you this stuff.
Nobody taught me this. I literally learned because I was curious. That's a big fucking deal. But, that's my deal. I didn't grow up with a dad, and I feel like it's for everybody that is out there that has not grown up with a dad. I feel for you for sure, but I'm living proof that you can make yourself be somebody without a male figure in your life. My male figure actually was my uncle.
Oh, nice. So at least you had like some kind of father. Not all the time. But and there's another certain thing we need to talk about is there's people that do have fathers in their life.
Yeah. They're not worth the shit. Yeah, they're fucking worthless. Yeah, you're absolutely right.
So what would you rather have? A father that's there and not really there, or somebody that's not there at all? Because you look at your dad and it's worthless.
Probably, yeah, probably. I would agree with you there. Probably. It would just be best to not have him there at all, because then you'd be
teasing somebody.
Yeah, because then you'd still be in the same situation I'm in, that you'd be wishing that your dad was this way, but he's just not that way.
Yeah, exactly.
But see, for me, my uncle, he was the one that got me into fitness at a young age, at a very young age. Like I would say around like about 7 years old. I got really into fitness, and I got to my uncle was fucking huge. Like, dude, he's like 6'2", fucking, like, when I'm a kid, like, you're how tall?
6'2".
Okay, so imagine me being fucking this tall, and I'm looking up at you. You're fucking tall. So I'm like looking up at you, and I'm like, and you're big swole, and I'm like, God damn, I want to be you. You're fucking Hercules. Yeah. And that's exactly how it was for me. Yeah. So whenever he would go to the gym, I wanted to go to the gym. Whenever he was doing push-ups, I wanted to do push-ups. He inspired me to a very big way, and that's what allowed for me to have this mindset for the gym to really do that. So I really think, if you're watching, I really thank you for doing that, though, for sure. But you're absolutely right. If the dad is not there, if the dad is there but he's just not doing shit, then yeah, it's just a waste of time. Yeah, but I would hope for everybody out there, for anybody that's going through anything like that, that you do have somebody that you can look up to. And, if it's me and Adrian, hey, we're great role models for anybody out there, for sure. And if y'all ever have any questions, please reach out to us, because we're more than willing to help you, for sure. That's a very big message that we would like to put out there, for sure, to everybody, though.
Oh, yeah, man.
I would say
my feelings.
Yeah, I mean, this is, this is part of Damian Gerry universe. Yeah. This is part of being able to get down to the nitty gritty of who we are, how we got here, how we got to be us, how we got to be Adrian, how we got to be Damian.
Yeah,
it's the things that have molded us and structured us into to be a certain way. Because whether it be lack thereof inspirations or role models, or whether it be whatever the fuck it was that made us into these type of individuals.
Yeah.
And you're a stand-up guy. I fucking love you. Like, you're amazing.
Thanks.
Like, legitimately, to the bottom of my heart, Adrian, you are an amazing individual. Like, the fact just the fact that you do what you do, I couldn't do. Because, again, I don't have the patience for that. I'm definitely an inspirational person. Like, I love inspiring kids, especially because kids are very impressionable, very impressionable, and that's one thing that I love about my niece is that I have such a great impression on her.
Yeah.
That she loves the hell out of me, and I love the hell out of her.
Well, she'll believe anything you say.
Oh, dude, like, I could say the sky is fucking purple, and she'd be like, it is.
Yeah.
Oh my God, what the fuck? but dude, like, she's a character, though, and it's just like I hope that I can be that for so many individuals, and I want to be able to publicly speak to kids. To be able to show them.
Yeah,
hey,
and you set that up too for my high school.
I'm totally down for that.
Yeah,
I'd be totally down for that. And if y'all would like for me to speak, or if y'all would like for me and Adrian both to speak at y'all's school, just comment down below and let us know, and we'll go ahead and make things happen for it. But I mean, the biggest thing is that Adrian and I are not the type of individuals to just discount what you all want. we are obviously during this episode, you've been able to get more in depth. We've been able to get more in depth with who we are, what we're all about, and that's a big deal. Not a lot of people would like to go through or would not like to share those things, but it is a very big deal to be able to share. Because people go through things just like you and I. We're not the only fucking ones that go through this.
And this is a small world, and we all have similar feelings. We all have similar emotions.
Mm-hmm.
We all have similar situations and experiences that we can relate to. And it might not be exactly the same, but you have the same feelings and the same results at times. So, like we were going to talk about sports and how it relates to life.
Oh, dude, do you want to talk about that?
Do you have time for that?
I mean, do you want to make time for it?
No.
No?
Can we continue this in the episode?
Well, okay, so what is the topic that we'll talk about?
Sports and how it relates to life.
Sports and how it relates to life. That is going to be on the next episode. And that one, if y'all want to okay, so for these things, for these type of topics, this is what we're talking about. We want to be able to come out and state how our side is, because we've gone through these things.
Yeah.
And how they have affected our lives, because that is a big fucking deal.
The
and
bad.
I have a lot to say about that one. I could fucking spend an hour on that one alone.
If I'm with like my baseball buddies, like I could reference baseball and like it's about life right away. Mm-hmm. I'm like, dude, that guy just threw you. Like it's just everything's so similar. And how
you see how amped he's getting? That's the shit. Like that is the thing that we look for. Like that's a big fucking deal. So if y'all want to go ahead and see that, comment down below that you're excited to see it. Press that bell that's over here, I believe it is. Like the video, comment the video, make sure you subscribe to us, and so you are alerted every single time we bring out new videos. For those of you who have busy lives that y'all want to see the podcast come out, keep feeding us support. Let us know what you guys want to see. Obviously, we're coming out and making things happen for everybody. So, we are
open.
We're very open, obviously. We're talking about our daddy issues. Well, I got daddy issues, but his dad was around. Everything we've spoken about in this episode is a very big deal. It's very relatable to everybody out there. It doesn't matter if you're young, old, middle-aged,
male, female.
Male, female, transgender, what the fuck ever. If you're an alien, I know an alien would go through this shit too, because hey, if you're a fucking black sheep of the family, you want to be a rock star, but yet your fucking dad's the ruler of a goddamn planet called the fucking humanoids, then goddamn, well, you want to be a fucking rock star, so might as well go hit up Stevie Aoki then. But you want to go ahead and do the exit for this one?
We love you. Come back, episode 8. Stay tuned.